Hey guys, back with a new gun video. I know it's been a little while, but I got one here for you today, and I'll have some more coming up here. So let's get into it. What I got here is a Sig P226 DAK model, double action only. It's in 40 Smith & Wesson. This gun comes in three calibers: 9mm, 40, and 357 Sig. But you guys probably know that already. I mean, this gun's been around since the 80s. It's hugely popular. I know why, because it's awesome. But yeah, so let's get into it. Like I said, this is a double action only version. So as you can see, the hammer is bobbed. Don't stick out. There is no decocker. The only thing that's on the side of this is the takedown lever and the slide stop. It has 3-dot sights. Now, I do believe at one point these were luminescent, but they kind of wear out after time. They're not night sights, just luminescent, because these things don't brighten up or anything, but they work. They work at the range. I might see if I can trade them out for some True Glow TFOs. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty much your typical Sig P226. It's got a 1913 rail, so you can put all your accessories on there, your flashlights, your lasers, your chainsaws, whatever you want to put on there, your pokey stick. Double action trigger, double action only. And the weird thing about this, here, real quick, let's check it. Empty magazine, chamber's empty. Oh, and I bumped the camera. Look at me. Okay, so at least now we know we're clear, so all the safety inspectors out there don't get on me. So like I said, weird thing about this trigger is it's got two different weights to it. It's got a 6.5 pound weight and an 8.5 pound weight. So when you cock it, and you can see it when you cock it, the hammer does stick out a little bit. The trigger pull is 6.5 pounds, and it is very smooth, very, very smooth, and it's not hard to get used to, really, the trigger pull. If you're not used to shooting double action, it's so smooth, it's very simple. But the weird thing about this is that when you pull the trigger the first time, it's like that, and then so when rack the slide and you go for your first trigger reset, and I say first because there's two, it goes right there. But the weird thing is that after that, with the first trigger reset, it's 8.5 pounds. It's the heavier trigger pull, which is still smooth, but it's heavier. If you let the trigger go all the way out till you hear the second click, there's the first one, there's the second one, and see, that is all the way out, is the 6.5 pound trigger pull. That took me a little bit to get used to at the range. I'm used to going to that first reset and then, pulling the trigger, and having, typically, with a double single action, a lighter trigger pull, or with the striker fire having the same trigger pull. But yeah, it took me a little bit to get used to that. So much so that instead of just letting all the way off, I just fire at the first trigger pull. Even though it's heavier, it's shorter, so it's not really that big of a deal because the trigger is so smooth. It does have these plastic grips. They're just plastic. Wrap around. Aluminum frame, some checkering here. Has some checkering here on the trigger guard, front of it. Not a whole lot. Like I said, not a whole lot on the outside. I picked this gun up used, so it's got some holster wear on it. But that's really it. I mean, functionally, this gun is 100%. I've had no issues with it. I haven't put a whole lot of rounds through it because, because of Corona and just can't find any ammo. Oops, I said the no word. Sorry. Anywho, let's go ahead and disassemble it. Check it out on the inside. Pull it back, lock it, take down lever, in the down position. Let the slide go, comes off. You have your recoil spring right there, your barrel. Alright, first let's start with the recoil spring. It is captive, but it's not like you would expect like on a Glock or any other, modern striker fire. It does come out here to the end. The spring is actually braided. It's a braided spring. And from my understanding, the reason they do this, and I learned this from Small Arm Solutions, which if you guys don't know that channel, check it out. A lot of good knowledge there. But the reason they do that is because I guess that the action is so short, like the frame is so short that they needed, like a stiffer spring so it wouldn't wear out as fast. So they braided it. And I guess on the 40s and the 357 SIGs, it has it's 4 pieces wired together, and on a 9mm it's 3. That's what I've learned. Here's the slide. You can see how beefy it is. It's very thick, very heavy duty. This gun weighs 33 ounces unloaded, so it's not light, but at the same time, you get a good holster, get a good belt, you could carry it easily. But the machining's done really good. Like I said, it's got holster wear on it, but it's got some inside wear from just being used. Here's the barrel. Like I said, it's a used gun, but it's all functionally. Everything's done nice. You can pick these up for a pretty decent price. I mean, what do these run for? What is the typical double single action run for? About 900 and up right now with everything going on. More. So, I mean, I picked this up for 500. It's a little bit more pricier than what they were going for. I know before everything started, you get these on AIM Surplus for like $400, $350, $400 for the double action only ones. That's insane. If you can ever get one for that price, buy it. Yeah, do that when I'm not looking through the camera. Okay. Oh, so this is also got, the SIG has, the slide goes over the top right here. So, it rides over the top. So I hear people say this, that you want to put some oil on here. So I put a little bit on there, a little bit of grease, some Lucas, actually not grease, but Lucas gun oil. It's thicker, works good in the hot humid weather of Florida. Then that's the frames, all the inside. Frame is very light because it's aluminum. All the weight's in the slide. But we'll go ahead. You can see here where you gotta start it. So, slides it just like that. Lock it back. Put your takedown lever up, and then she's ready to go. pretty simple. Function check. First reset. All the way out. Alright, yeah. There's not really a whole much more I could say about this gun. It shoots really good. It handles the recoil of the 40 better than most of your polymer guns, just because it has the extra weight to it. So I mean, if you like 40, pick it up. Right now 40 is actually easier to find. It's also a little bit cheaper than 9mm. But there's also something else that you can do if you have a Sig 226 in 40. And that is right here. That is a replacement barrel in 357 Sig. Right there. 226 357. So I'm going to do another video on this. I just got this in today, so I have not shot it. But YouTube has these weird things about not letting me do, well, you can't do show conversions or modifying firearms in any way, and I'm pretty sure changing out the barrels, they would count that as that, because, you know, it's YouTube. So I'm going to do another video on that, and that will be coming up after this one, not too long after this one comes out. But and I will be talking more about that in that video, about the 357 Sig barrel and everything like that. But yeah, like I said, this is the Sig P226 40 Smith & Wesson DAK. I can't really tell you. I know what DAK stands for. I just can't pronounce it. So that might be something you have to look up, because it's German, and I don't speak German. Oh, and speaking of which, the half of this gun is made in Germany, and the other half is made in the United States. So the slide, I believe, is the part that's made in Germany, and the frame is made in the States, or it might be vice versa. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave you guys there. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, subscribe. You know, if you want to see the Sig conversion, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you guys got one of these, if you like it, and all that stuff, you know, and share with your friends. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.